Hello. So, I don't know if you watched the first video where I was touring this area here of my save file. This is part 2 of that, where I'm going to go over this area here of the save file, this neighborhood. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one already, you can go check it out. I'm just gonna go over these 5 builds, which I have videos for already on my channel, where it's just a speed build and I talk a little bit about it as well. But I thought I would do a little tour for each neighborhood that I complete, each little section of the map, to kind of showcase and also celebrate that, hey, I finally managed to complete one more section of the save file. I also want to say that I do intend, if there is enough interest for it, to share the save file with people. Once I am done with it, I would like to at least finish up Willow Creek. I also want to redo the high school and create all the Sims, of course. And once that is done, if people are actually interested in it, I wouldn't be opposed to sharing it with everyone. So let me know if you have an interest. But yeah, so here we have kind of an area that is more like high class. So the previous one we saw was pretty like austere. It wasn't like very luxurious or opulent, but here we are starting to get into like rich people area. So this is the opera house. I like how it turned out. I think it kind of like, you know, you can tell kind of it's an entertainment place, I hope. So yeah, let's start by the bottom. Yeah, so you enter already very, very opulent with the staircase that goes like all the way up. But first, let's go see here. You have the stage. I put these little things here, right, for the actors. I don't really know how it's gonna work, but I'm hoping like maybe when I create my Sims and stuff, there's going to be some Sims that have a higher acting skill level. So I'm hoping like maybe those live close by and they show up. I don't know. Or other Sims could try and perform. I don't know. I never played with these. I just put them here in case they work when I actually do experiment with live testing, because I'm not live testing my builds yet. I hope there aren't that many issues with them. But yeah, this is the stage. The little audience members down here. And then the upstairs is for the rich audience members that can pay for a higher view. So these would be the more wealthy patrons that come and watch the show. And then upstairs we have a little bit of a secret area, because this here is behind one of these shelves. That is a doorway, actually. I also don't know how this is because I haven't played with it yet. I don't know if everyone can just go through or what's up with that. I also put the little this new item that's from the, I don't even know what the pack is called, the royalty pack, the legacy, I forget what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. I think this is how it works, that you create like 2 and they can like connect to each other, 2 or more, and they connect to each other. I'm hoping that's how it works. If not, there is a door here, which I also don't know how it works, but I guess I'll figure it out when I live test it. But yeah, so people don't know that there's more to this lot, they would just go up here to go to the bathroom or to take a seat and maybe read a little. But if you do know what is behind these things, there is like a little bar, like a private bar for the elite that, you know, have more money in this society. And also I put like a little you know, love bed, because I don't know if you knew, but back then a lot of these opera houses and entertainment places were also seen as kind of like, not exactly prostitution, but there were a lot of patrons that would pay for, you know, sexual encounters with the performers. So I also included kind of that to allude to that reality. So yeah, that is basically the opera house. I think it turned out pretty okay. I was a little bit anxious about the stage. I hope all of it works when I'm live testing. But yeah, that is pretty much the opera house. Okay, so next is the bathhouse. So I had a lot of fun creating this one. I think it turned out really cool. I wanted to kind of like, I used a lot of the what is this one called? I forget what the kit is, but it's the one that's more inspired with this kind of Moroccan, kind of like Middle Eastern architecture, which I really like. I wish we had more windows because I don't really like the window, the big one that came with it. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, Courtyard Oasis is the name. Not this one. This one is cool. I like it, but it's too small. I put it here. But this one, I don't like the border. You cannot change the border to any different color. I wish it was just like the inside of it instead of like the stupid white border. I hate it. But yeah, I'm very picky as well with the type of architecture and stuff. But I think this turned out pretty cute. So let's see the inside of it. So this is basically like pool. It's the lot type of being a pool. It has the this one, the geothermal, which keeps pools warm. So I'm hoping this one kind of recreates the idea of going to like a thermal bath where like the water is warm. So yeah, this is, I think it turned out really cute with like, you come in here and you can chill out to the sides, take a dip, and then you have the bathrooms here to wash up. I think here, yeah, here as well. It's another shower. Here is a little lounge area if you want to relax with a little bit more privacy instead of staying off here. Here it's a bathroom, right? Because the other two are showers. So here is an actual bathroom. And then when you go up through here, the little stairway in the back, you go upstairs, which leads you into like a little lounge area. Here you can sunbathe a little. Here you can like chill and maybe take some tea, some refreshments, and then in these little corners I put like little hookah things to chill out a little. Same here, yeah, this is the same, so that different sims can enjoy. Here I put like little massage chairs. I think that's appropriate for this type of place to relax and decompress. And here I put like a little bath so that if you maybe want to like relax a little bit more, like I was gonna say privately, but there's three, but you know what I mean, decompress a little. So yeah, I think it turned out really cute. I'm proud of this one. I'm proud of all of them, honestly, because not being a builder, I think I'm doing an alright job at creating these lots. I hope you like them as well. Okay, this one is the gardens, which is obviously a park. This one was a little bit rough for me to build, but I think I'm satisfied with how it turned out. I have this little courtyard that is divided into 4 parts. Here is kind of like a little sitting area where you can play chess, you can hang out, drink some tea, sit here. There are 2 fountains to chill by, one here and one here. And then here a little playground area. It's not like a lot of playground equipment, but it's something. It's just the little monkey bars and the slings. And then here is the greenhouse, which, let's see. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm hoping through live testing that this isn't too complicated for the Sims to come here over to the bathroom. But mainly I wanted to recreate a lot of like plants just everywhere. It was a little bit rough for me to decorate because I was getting a little bit lost with so much plant chaos. I still want to like eventually put something here as well, some trees maybe to kind of, you know, get some height here. But yeah, I struggled a little bit with this. It is a pool, so Sims could technically just hop in. But mainly I wanted it to be kind of a thing that is pretty to look at. There's not much functionality here. It's just, you know, a greenhouse full of plants. So yeah, it's kind of like a little hangout spot for Sims. I think that was mainly my intention, to make it look pretty. Okay, so this technically is labeled as a nightclub, but my intention for this is to be a ballroom. So, you know, the place where all of the balls happen, you know, where the debutantes will have their debuts and like party and whatever. And be introduced to society, of course. Because the thing that I was thinking with this neighborhood, especially here, it's more of like, I used to have this mod, I think it's literally called the Regency mod or something, that introduces class system. So poor people, sometimes you could select literally like here, whether or not there is a wealth like barrier for of entry for class. So where poorer people would not be able to enter a specific lot. And this is my idea for this, where only like people in high society or in higher society, so middle class up, would be able to enter like these places. Not just this, but the opera, the bathhouses, and even the gardens here. Of course, without mods, there's no way for me to actually implement it. And that's okay. It's fine. I'm already making so many allowances, so probably a lot of normal people from the village will just show up, which, alright, it's okay. But yeah, here, oh no, the terrain paint went away. I guess I'll have to fix that in post. But yeah, it used to be much prettier than this, but that's okay, I'll fix it. Here's a little like backyard where you can come up to relax, maybe talk to someone in more like of a private setting. You have a little chess table here, same thing here. And now let's see the actual building. So here, when you enter, you have the first dance floor, which is like pretty open for lots of people, for lots of dancing. And then here I put a lot of dance floors with a big piano, some microphone for singing, violin, a little lounge, yeah, which here is the same thing basically. I also put this clock, which technically means, I guess, that you can come from one place to the other. But my intention with this clock here actually is to create a woohoo spot, because I think, yeah, I created this one as a singles hangout because it was my intention to be like where the views take place, you know, when bachelors are introduced to society to actually like begin romantic relationships. So I kind of wanted a woohoo spot, but not like a bush or something, and I think they can woohoo in the clocks. So yeah, then upstairs we have a little bar here and places to sit, another dance floor of course, and the bathrooms of course. So here I wanted to create like kind of a townhouse. I initially wanted to create more townhouses, but this lot is pretty small. I guess I could have made them thinner, but I wanted this specific like shape, and it was very hard to create like more than these two. But here I want two specific families to live here. I imagined kind of Sense and Sensibility family over here. So kind of inspired by Sense and Sensibility, with like an older sister, a teenager, and a child, where the older sister is very like you know, she's very sensible. She knows what she's doing. She's dedicated. She does what needs to be done. The teenage sister is a little bit more like scandalous, and she wants love, and she wants romance, and she wants all these dramatic things. And the kid is just very, very smart, and she wants to learn everything and new things. And yeah, and basically they were living on their own. I don't know, their parents might have died, or maybe they lived somewhere, probably died. And so the older sister is in charge of raising the younger sisters. So here's the kitchen. I think turned out really cute. Here's a little dining area, the downstairs bathroom, a little entrance with a little lounge. I think it turned out pretty cute. Upstairs we have a bunch of bookshelves on the hallway. The bathroom here is the this is the older sister's room. This is the teenage room, which is a bit more pink-ish. I might add some more decorations once the sim is actually made, because I have the idea of like what I want the sims to look like or to be like, but a lot of the times they only like materialize fully once I create them. So even though I like decorated it and put everything how I think it should be, I might change it a little bit and put more decorations, because I want this specific sim, the teenager, to be very, very, very girly and very like she just wants romance, and she's just, you know, obsessed with this type of drama in life that she wants. Here with the older sister, it's more prude, it's more somber, it's more, you know, grown up. She also like knits and crochets, cross stitching, I mean. And yeah, she's more mature. And then for the little kid, she is, you know, a kid, but she is also very outdoorsy. So I want her to be, when she grows up, I want her to be an archaeologist. So I want her to have an interest in etymology to start with. So she's like very smart. She's a very smart kid and wants to be like academically smart. So yeah, this is the sister's house. And then their neighbors are a family of 4, where you have a couple, and again, I haven't decided genders yet. I don't know if this is gonna be wife and husband, husband, or wife, but I already kind of know the roles they're going to play. So one of them is going to be a doctor, because I was thinking, obviously, for a community there needs to be a physician or someone that, you know, is a doctor. So I wanted these houses, these 2 townhouses, to be kind of an entrance to the higher class, but not high class yet. These people are like middle class, so they obviously have wealth, right, enough to live and to be okay, but they are not considered high society. So even though these people, like one of them has, oh, I forgot to show the little garden, right? So the sisters also have a little patio here where they have their little garden with plants they're gonna grow, a little place to relax, a little fountain. Yeah, it's a very cute backyard. But yeah, as I was saying, so these people obviously, like one of them has a very high respected job, the other as well, but it's a very different job. So one is a doctor, which is very respectable, right, in these types of societies, and the other one is a style influencer. So I want them to be a stylist, and she's very she or he is going to be very high regarded by society, but not regarded enough to enter high society. So he is very obsessed with entering high society, but it's just barred from them because they're not there yet. Or they're not, I don't know, class enough, you know, wealthy enough. I don't know. Those types of barriers that these types of classist societies. Oh, I forgot to do the bathrooms. That's crazy. Okay, I guess I'll do them off camera. But yeah, these high society kind of like judges these people by being classist, basically. So yeah, it's going to be the doctor who is fine staying in their lane and just getting their money and living off well, and the other one who wants more and wants to actually have that recognition from that part of society. So here is the office for the doctor, obviously. The room is kind of like overtaken by the stylist's stuff. It's just everywhere, so it's more decorated by them than it is by the doctor. And here is the rooms for the children, and I want the children to be a boy and a girl. And the boy is kind of like being pressured by their parent, the doctor, to follow in their footsteps and become a doctor. But what the kid actually likes and wants is to be a painter. That's why there's so many paintings here and so many artworks. But here, like the doctor is kind of trying to get the kid to be enthused by science and by medicine. But the kid really just wants to draw and to create and to be a painter. And the girl, she is going to be very, very girly, and she just wants to grow up and to find someone, and she kind of idolizes the teenage girl, the neighbor. So they're going to be have a good relationship, the two families. The boy is going to be very best friends with the girl, the neighbor. And this little girl is going to be really good friends with the teenager, and she wants to become like her, so she idolizes her a lot and wants to become like her. So she's just very girly, just wants everything pink and everything like lovely and hearts, and yeah. So that's basically it. I went over downstairs. I didn't really talk about it, but the living room, living space, bathroom down here, here a little dining area, yeah, and the kitchen. I think it's pretty cute. And then the backyard with some chess, the telescope, a little game table, swings, and monkey bars. So obviously there's kind of like a difference between, or at least I tried to make this one more wealthy than this. Because the sisters, even though they are all right, they don't have financial troubles, they're not like wealthy. I mean, they clearly are doing all right, but they could be doing better. So maybe the neighbors here help them out sometimes, or I don't know. There's just, I wanted to try and create a separation between them when it comes to money. I don't know if that came across or not, but that was my intention initially, because also it was a little bit difficult to create kind of like I don't know, how do you I don't know, because this for me, it doesn't scream middle class, right? It screams upper middle class, right? There's a lot of opulence here, there's a lot of wealth here, and I wanted kind of like this side to be more actual middle class. Like, they are doing all right, they don't want for anything, but they're also not like crazy wealthy. So yeah, I tried to get that to come across. I don't know if it worked or not, but yeah, that was basically my intention. So now I'm quickly decorating what I forgot in the previous video. So I'm gonna fix that real quick before I forget. So okay, that is basically it. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this part of the neighborhood. That is a little bit more opulent, a little bit more elaborate. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you want to follow my process into the save file, you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment about your opinion of, did I do a good job creating all these? What do you think? Do you have any suggestions for things? Any things to point out? And yeah, when I create more, I will go over some more tours to kind of give you an update of what I've been up to. And let me know if you have an interest in the type of save file that I'm creating, if you would like to play with it, because that is something that I would be willing to share if there is an interest. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.